everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry Turquoise, and today is August 2nd at 4:34 p.m. I'm just running a little bit behind, but that's fine. So from this time onward, I will be reading Carrie and trying to get that book done. Then once that book is done, I will start Firstborn with the beta read and try to get as many chapters as I can read today. And all depending on what time I finish Carrie, I will either start a second book today or I will wait until tomorrow. Right now I'm just gonna finish editing my video that I'm gonna upload today, and then I'm gonna go to reading. So I'll catch you guys shortly. And I'm back. It is 8:56 p.m. I am 3/4 way through Carrie, and they gone through with the prank, and Carrie has basically broke mentally, because now she's smiling at all people locked in the gym that she locked in, and she's smiling at them. And Tommy Rose was actually a funny guy around her, so he helped her make her calm. But the problem was the prank. The two people that done this, the guy told the spoiled brat that if she goes through with this, it's a criminal act, which means lawyer daddy won't be able to bail her out because that's jail time, because it's downright a criminal act. Because it's going beyond just a typical joke. And she gone through with it. So, and whether she got out or not will be interesting. I don't think she did. I think she got locked in with her boyfriend. And as for Sue, she kept getting this bad feeling in her gut. And now she is on her way after hearing an explosion at the school. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I'm really enjoying the book. As for the horror section, it's very mild. It's very more suspense. But I can see where the horror section is. It's more of a psychological horror than a physical type of horror, because it affects the mentality of the brain. In this case, in Carrie's case. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next. And the sections I've been calling labs are actually newspapers articles, which I'm not a fan of in this story, to tell you the truth, because like I said, it basically gave out the whole plot and the whole story out right off the bat, almost. At least a quarter way of the story, if not a little, almost halfway through the story. They basically told you what was going to happen at the school, and I kind of wish that did not happen. Because I know it's a horror, but it's a psychological horror, so it didn't have to be a bloodshed section, but instead it is, and the article gave it away. So that's one thing I did not like about the articles. So anyways, there's going to be a live stream happening soon for Summer Scare Readathon, so I'm going to join that and try to finish the rest of this book tonight, because I am I'm at page 204 out of 290, so I only have about 86 pages to go, so I'll finish that definitely tonight. I'll probably be done within the next 2-3 hours at most. So it'll be sometime after midnight when I finish this book and give off a little bit of a book review. And then I'll try to do 2 books tomorrow. We'll see. I'll try, but it all depends what time I get the 1 book done. So, anyways, I'm going to go back to reading. And I don't think I'm going to get Firstborn read today, unless I get this book done soon. If not, I'll read it tomorrow. I'll get started on it tomorrow. So I'll see you guys soon. In the back, it is 12:32 a.m. on August 3rd. If my eyes are a little puffy or a little red, it's because I basically bawled my eyes out at the end of the story, which I don't think was Stephen King's intention, but yeah. I just bawled my eyes out in the last 5-10 pages as I was reading it. So, yeah. I finished the book. It's a very good book. Guaranteed to chill you. It did not chill me. Instead, actually it didn't even frighten me, which is actually even more disappointing. This book actually made me feel really sorry for Carrie. Like, I actually could relate to her character a lot more than any other characters. And it made me actually mad, knowing that there was a whole rock of students making fun of her. And that instead of getting help like Carrie should have, she let the power go to her head and basically let it control her. And she took a psychological breaking point, and got extremely mad. I'll check on that in a few minutes. So, instead, she chose her powers instead of sanity, and yeah. So, I am going to go straight to the book review. Heads up, there will be a lot of heavy spoilers on this, so if you don't want any spoiling, skip to the very end and check out one of my other videos. So, Carrie by Stephen King. This book is about Carrie, who developed psychic abilities. During her time in high school, she hits puberty at a late age at 16 or 17 years old. And she freaks out. And from there on, she learns to control her powers, and she wants people to accept her for who she is. But the problem is everyone picks on her because of how she looks. And she goes through abuse, physical, mental, verbal, and emotional abuse at home. And then she goes through the bullying at school. So she can't let down her guard. And then there's prom. To make up for the bullying that happened, this girl named Sue, she was trying to do something nice for Carrie and have her go take her place to prom with her date. So that way her date would show her around that, hey, not everyone is mean. And the guy openly agreed to it. And he also had his motives as well. Like, not just Sue, but Tommy was also trying to help Carrie to see, hey, not everyone is mean. You can let your guard down. You can be yourself. But near the end of the story, the climax, the spoiled brat Christy, the spoiled brat one, the lawyer's daughter, decides to do a prank on Carrie because she thinks it's funny. And she got her boyfriend involved and dumped 2 buckets worth of pig's blood on her. Yeah. And that basically sent Carrie to the final breaking point. And she had enough of the humans. She killed them. She killed every single one. Well, almost every single one. There was a couple that escaped. And yeah, there was a lot of funerals. That's where I was bawling. So what did I think of the plot? I thought the plot was really well done. It's really well done for a debut novel. Some debut novels are not done very well, but this one was done really well. The only thing that I was kind of disappointed on, Guaranteed to Chill You, it didn't chill me. It infuriated me, like made me mad, made me upset. Everything but chilled, and it definitely did not scare me. I thought it would have because it had kids involved, but instead I was just feeling pity by the end of the book for Carrie, and by the very end, it's like, okay, Carrie, what you did is really wrong. It's even wronger than the bullies did. You actually stooped to actually walk down that low of a level. So yeah, that's where I kind of felt pity. It's like, okay, no, what you did was wrong. She does die at the end of the story. Carrie does. And then at the very, very end, it indicates that there is another person with telekinesis abilities right at the end. So it does make me question whether there's going to be a book 2 to this, but it won't be called Carrie. It will be called something else. And it makes me wonder if Sue changed her name because she didn't want to stay in that town anymore, which I don't blame her. She lost her boyfriend. And yeah, that's why I followed the plot. Plot was done well. Story was done well. I did not see any plot holes, so those are all covered. It does make me wonder if there's going to be a book 2 to this, so I'm going to have to check to see if there is a sequel to this. Because the ending, when they mention another telekinesis baby, a 3-year-old with her brothers playing, and her brothers are floating. It's like, oh yeah, we got another telekinesis kid. And it just makes me wonder if there's another story with it, with a little bit more in depth. Now, there's a little bit of confusion with it because there's no indication when the characters change, so there are 4 to 5 student point of views, and then there's the point of views of the newspaper reporters, then there's the point of view of the police people questioning students and everyone else, and then there is the lab doctors one as well, because I saw them again. So there's those point of views. So it's confusing at first, and once you start adjusting it, you're pretty good, but it's a very confusing start. Characters. Really, I didn't really like any of the characters. The only one I really liked was Carrie, but I felt bad for her upbringing because her mother was so heavily Christian that basically it's almost sinful to have a female's body. Like, if you have a chest, you done something sinful. If you start your menstrual cycle, that's sinful. If you create a baby, that's sinful even after marriage. Which, that one surprised me. I was like, okay. That one caught me off guard. I was like, okay. And the fact that the mother thought some churches weren't Christian enough or didn't believe in Jesus enough or something like that. It was like, okay, someone has lost their, like, I get that they're strict, but she kind of went the kind of strictness where she lost her marbles, like she lost her sanity. And then she tried to kill her own daughter multiple times and couldn't, which is probably her mother instinct triggering there, if not her conscience. One of the two, hopefully. Maybe both. Anyway, she does not make it either. As for the other characters, I did not really like them because they were all really bullies to Carrie, so I couldn't really relate to those characters, so I didn't really like them. Will I keep this book or donate it? I will most definitely keep it. It's definitely a good book. I was not expecting the fallen part crying my eyes out at the end, but yeah, I'll definitely keep this book. I would rate it definitely 4.5 out of 5 stars. definitely a good story. If you are one of the ones that are easily scared with telekinesis, then I recommend this one. Or if you like Stephen King, I definitely recommend this book as well. Or maybe if you want to try something that is supposed to give you chills, I recommend this one. But like I said, this one didn't really give me chills. But it might be because I'm hard to scared or get chilled with a horror book. But also could be because it's Stephen King's debut story too. So I'm gonna see what It Gives Me by Stephen King one day to see how he improved and how that one became his #1. Because this one doesn't say #1 bestseller. I know it does in some versions, just not all. There's a new version of it, and it's just basically a white cover with, I guess, smiley face. I got it. I got that cover version. I do know that's the novel, one of the novels and the way that got him into the best-selling list. There's 2 to 3 movies out of it. I'm also curious to see if there's a movie out of Carrie as well, because I'm quite curious on that one and wouldn't mind watching it. Not right away, because that would be a comparison between the book and the movie, and I'm trying my best to avoid that. So yeah, I enjoyed this book. 4.5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend. I will leave a link down below as well. If I can find it off of Amazon. If I cannot, then I will try to find it on Indigo or Kohl's and go from there. So that is the end. That is my first book done with the marathon. Fortunately, that took me 2 days to read, but that's fine. It was a little bit on the confusing end, but that's totally okay. I'll try to read more books when the sun is up. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to get notified of all my posts, because I post videos once a week, and I try to do live streams once a week. Which reminds me, I tried to set up my live stream for August 3rd for 7 p.m. like I normally do, except I still can't do live streams. So I'm gonna try again next week to see if I can. And yeah. And the month before Camp NaNoWriMo and NaNoWriMo, I do 2 live streams a week, and I upload 2 videos a week. And right on NaNoWriMo, Camp NaNoWriMo, I post videos 5 to 6 days a week, and I do a live stream once a week as well. And I also upload bonus videos all the time, and there's possibly a bonus video coming out on August 3rd sometime. Possibility, maybe not, depending on the time I get everything done. Click the subscription button to get notified of all my posts, and click the like button. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you read Carrie and what did you think of it. Let me know down in the comments, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And remember, stay true to yourself and stay unique. Bye.